My name is Darren Johnson, and I coordinate our Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees at the Lawrence Kinlan School of Business at Fanshawe College. And I'd like to take the next little while to walk through our 4 Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees and share some information around the degrees themselves and the admission requirements and some of the things that you can expect with the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees at Fanshawe College. Colleges within Ontario have had the opportunity to offer degrees for almost 20 years now. However, we wanted to have a look at what our employers or companies and organizations that were hiring our graduates were looking for in graduates from degree programs in Southwestern Ontario and more importantly from Fanshawe College. And one of the things that struck us from this report that we had conducted by Academic Research Group was the following quote. The problem is that we need people with a mix of practical skills and theoretical knowledge. And colleges and universities each seem to provide one or the other. And this was basically, I think, the notion that traditionally colleges provided students that had a lot of hands-on practical skills, whereas universities were providing employers with graduates that had that higher level theoretical knowledge. And what employers were telling us is that they really wanted a combination of the two. And this really, I'm going to say, laid the foundation for how we built our degrees. We wanted to ensure that graduates from any of our Bachelor of Commerce degrees had a combination of that practical, experiential skills and learning that colleges are known for, and layering in that higher level theoretical knowledge in addition to that. And we think that we've been able to accomplish that through our degrees. One of the other things that they talked about is some of the skills and some of the attributes that they were looking for in graduates. And this is just a short list and not necessarily a comprehensive list, but they were looking for anything from strong communicators, team players, graduates that had strong technical skills, self-starters, and also critical thinkers with analytical ability. And what we wanted to do when we heard the different skills that employers were looking for is ensure that we're layering those throughout our curriculum as we develop the degrees at Fanshawe College. One of the questions I often get, especially in a college environment, is what is the difference between a diploma and a degree? And I thought this was an interesting question, and so I took it back to some of our faculty and asked, faculty, what do you feel is the difference between degree level learning versus diploma level learning? And one of the terms that they kept coming back with was academic rigor, and that degrees had more academic rigor embedded within it versus a diploma program. And really the definition of academic rigor is teaching and learning and assessment that promotes student growth and knowledge in a discipline, and the ability to analyze, synthesize, and critically evaluate the content under study. And I really thought that was appropriate because it really connected what we're trying to accomplish within the degrees, but also connected that to what employers were looking for when they're talking about that critical thinking and analytical ability that they're hoping for in our graduates. And one of the things that I often say is that when we approach our degrees, we want our students to never stop questioning the content that they're learning and the curriculum that they're studying. And if they can do that as they go through their degree program, they will develop those critical thinking skills that are really valued by employers. So in the Lawrence Kinlan School of Business, we do have 4 different Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees or areas of specialization within our Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees. The first one is in accounting. We also have digital marketing, human resource management, and management. So what does it take to get into the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree? Let me run through our entrance requirements, and I'm going to start with our direct entry students, which are coming right out of high school. So you do require 6 12U or M courses, and it includes two courses that are mandatory. The first one being a grade 12 English, U-level English, with a minimum grade of 65. The second one is a grade 12 U-level math with a minimum grade as well of 65. Now that math course can be advanced functions, calculus and vectors, or data management. After those two courses, 4 additional grade 12 U or M-level courses are required as well, and we need a final minimum average of 65 based on those two, the English and the math, and 4 other U or M-level courses. If you're coming from a diploma, either a diploma at Fanshawe College or a diploma from another college within Ontario, you do have an opportunity to apply for advanced standing. So students that are coming from a 2-year diploma in their field of study can enter into the degree with advanced standing. They would enter into level 4 of the degree as long as they have a minimum grade point average or GPA of 3.5 or above. Students entering the Bachelor of Commerce from an advanced diploma in their field, again, can apply for advanced standing. They would enter into the degree in level 6, and they can do so as long as they have a grade point average or a GPA of 3.0 or above. In order to enter into level 4 from a 2-year diploma or level 6 from a 3-year diploma, you do need to be studying in that field of study at the diploma level. So if you were going into the accounting degree, that would be a transfer from an accounting diploma, a digital marketing degree from a marketing diploma, etc. So if you are coming in directly from high school, our degree overall has 8 semesters in total. And if you're coming in from a 2 or a 3-year advanced diploma, you would enter in either in semester 4 or semester 6. So in addition to the 8 semesters that are part of our degree, there is a mandatory co-op work term that runs over 2 semesters between semester 7 and 8. And essentially what that means is that students will come in the fall semester, semester 7, complete that in December, and then be off on co-op between January and August before completing their degree in semester 8, which would also be a fall semester. So students that are in our degree program all graduate in December of the year that they're graduating. So as I mentioned earlier, one of the most important aspects of our degree is that first and foremost, you are receiving an honors Bachelor of Commerce degree. And so what that means is that regardless of your area of specialization, you will be studying kind of core business fundamentals. And all students, regardless of the degree that they're in, will take courses that will involve things like business strategy, general management, human resources, accounting, finance, leadership, marketing, economics, law. We want to ensure that all students have the foundational business knowledge in addition or before proceeding on to their area of specialization in the 4 disciplines that we offer. The other thing I should mention is that all of our honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees are laptop-enabled programs, meaning you will require and faculty will expect that you have a laptop and that you bring that to class. And there will be, times when, faculty will expect that you could utilize that laptop for classroom activities and other purposes through your studies. So some of the things that you can expect from the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree at Fanshawe College, and perhaps might make us a little bit different than Bachelor of Commerce degrees at other post-secondary institutions, are some of the things listed here. We like to focus on experiential learning and combining that with the theory or the academic knowledge in that discipline. So that combination of theory and practical learning becomes really fundamental to what we try and achieve in our degrees. We also focus a lot on critical thinking and not just within the classroom, but also with some of the other experiential opportunities that students will have. We have an opportunity to accomplish both that combination of theory and practical learning, or that experiential learning and critical thinking, because of our small class sizes. Generally, students will be in classes of less than 30 students, and as a result, the faculty to student ratio is really strong, and students get a lot of faculty attention within each of the classes that they take. We also have a focus on career preparation, and that comes from a number of different ways, through our mandatory co-op work terms, and also through our industry partnerships and experiential client learning opportunities that students will take part in. So those things together help to prepare our students for their careers, and also get them ready for the workforce that they can expect to see when they graduate. So I'd like to take this time to dive a little bit deeper into each of the 4 degrees, just to give you a bit of an understanding of what you can expect from each of them. I'll start with our accounting degree. First and foremost, our accounting degree does align with the CPA requirements, and what that means is that upon graduation, you will not only have the degree requirement that CPA is looking for, but you'll also have all of the preparatory courses covered upon completion of the degree. So within our degree, we have mapped to the CPA requirements, and as a result, when students do graduate, they will have achieved all of the preparatory requirements and the degree requirements that are required from CPA Ontario. So as you go through the accounting degree, you will take a number of different courses in accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, in addition to finance, auditing, and taxation, so that at the end of the day, not only do you have the foundational business courses that are required to be successful in accounting, but you also have those very specific accounting courses that will lead to your CPA designation. So as I mentioned earlier, you will study a number of different areas, including financial cost and management accounting, finance, auditing, personal and corporate taxation, and basically all preparing you to move on to the next phase of CPA, which is their PEP program. And that's something that students will enter into upon graduation, and if they are continuing their career to achieve their CPA designation, you would proceed into the PEP program while working in an accounting role. And upon completion of your work experience and the PEP program, you'd then be qualified and ready to write your comprehensive final exams from CPA. The next area of specialization I'd like to talk a little bit about is our digital marketing degree. Our digital marketing students will have the opportunity to take a really deep dive into the field of marketing, starting with understanding and building a strong foundation in core marketing principles, and then diving really deep into some of the cutting-edge tools and techniques that are used by marketers today. And as I think we can all appreciate, the field of marketing has changed significantly over the years, and more marketing initiatives are moving to the digital environment and the digital landscape. And what we prepare our students for is today's marketing world, and ensuring that they have all the skills and capabilities to be successful in this new marketing landscape that we see today. So students in digital marketing will take a number of different courses in addition to the kind of core foundational business courses that I talked about earlier. They will take courses specifically in marketing and digital marketing that include courses like brand management and media integration, consumer behavior, strategic website management, digital marketing, search engine marketing, marketing metrics and analysis, advanced topics in digital marketing is another course that they take. So students, upon completion of those courses, are prepared to write different certification exams in digital marketing, and more importantly, are prepared for some of the jobs and the skills that are required by marketers today. The next area of specialization I'd like to talk about is our human resource management degree. Human resource management is all about studying and managing the most valuable asset in any organization, which is the people that work within that organization. So within our human resource management degree, students will have the opportunity to obtain their Certified Human Resource Professional, or CHIRP designation, in addition to meeting the requirements of the Certified Human Resources Leader designation, or your CHURL designation as well. And so we have all of those core foundational human resource courses embedded within our degree, preparing students to really look at managing and understanding the people resources within an organization. So in addition to the core foundational business courses that students will take, they will also take a number of courses specifically in human resources that will align again with the Certified Human Resources Professional designation, and they will take courses like performance management, workplace health and safety, compensation, pension and benefits, training and development, employment labor law, talent acquisition, all preparing them for that career as a human resources leader. So the last degree that I'd like to talk about is our management degree, and our Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree in management really is a well-rounded business degree that focuses on leadership and management in an organization, regardless of what sector they might want to pursue. And so it really gives students the opportunity to build on their business foundation and dive deeper into the role of a general manager or a leader within any organization. So again, in addition to the core foundational courses that students will take, they will also dive deeper into leadership and management and take courses like small business management and taxation, customer relationship management, global strategy and e-commerce, international business, project management, financial management, entrepreneurship, and leadership. And again, students will, upon graduation, have an opportunity to earn or write a certification exam to be a certified management professional designation. One of the things that I wanted to point out, and I've been kind of referring to this earlier in the presentation, is the development of the core business foundation prior to moving on into the area of specialization that the students select. The Bachelor of Commerce degrees at Fanshawe College have a common first year, and students are introduced to foundational business courses that will help them as they move through their Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree and lead in or build the foundation for their area of specialization that they're moving into. And in fact, really the first 2 years are about 90% the same across all 4 degrees. The other thing that in addition to building that solid business foundation, the other thing that allows students to do is it does allow students to move from one degree to the other without losing any time should they decide that they wanted to change their area of specialization. So often I'll have students that might have initially identified that they wanted to study or specialize in accounting, and after completion of their first year, or perhaps even after their first 2 years, they've decided that they wanted to make a switch into human resources or digital marketing. we can move students in those first 2 years without extending the time that it would take them to complete their degree. And I think that's really valuable because a lot of students do not get that exposure to business in high school, and as a result, this might be their first opportunity to learn about a certain area of business, like human resources, for example, where they might not have had any exposure to that previously, but then once they get into their honors Bachelor of Commerce degree, they may find a passion for that area of study or discipline. And I often do get that movement from one degree to the other, which I think is really valuable for students. In addition to their academic work, students will also have the opportunity to gain some work experience through a co-op work term that takes place between semesters 7 and 8. This is an opportunity for students to gain valuable experience in their field, and is a process that is coordinated in conjunction with our co-op and career services and co-op consultants. Students will take in semester 7 a co-op preparation course. During that course, they're going to learn skills around resume building, interviews, networking, etc. And then during that semester, students will also have the opportunity to apply for jobs that will take place after semester 7. We do have a job board that students have the opportunity to select different employment opportunities through our job board, or we also encourage students to network on their own and look for opportunities out in the community in which they might want to work and gain work experience from. And we encourage them to go out and take part in those networking opportunities so that they can work in partnership with the co-op consultant to help them find a co-op work term. To date, we have had extreme success with our co-ops, and all of the students that we've had in our degree have been successful in obtaining a co-op. So at the end of the day, really what our goal is to ensure that our students are career ready. And it means looking at not just, ready from an academic or a technical skill standpoint, but also from some of the things that we know employers are looking for in graduates from a post-secondary business degree. And that can be anything from time management to critical thinking, professional conduct, adaptability, leadership, and, experience in their field. And I often say to students that it's phenomenal that they can have the opportunity to work through a 4-year program and graduate with an honors Bachelor of Commerce degree and a great certificate that they can hang on their wall. But at the end of the day, I think our sign of success is, have we prepared our students for the career and the field that they're looking to enter into, and whether that be accounting, digital marketing, management, or human resource management, have we, done and provided students with the skills that they will need to be successful in their career? And I really look forward to hearing from students as they graduate and have taken that leap into their career and are able to really leverage and utilize the skills that we've taught them at Fanshawe College for their career. Two major initiatives that Fanshawe College is entering into this upcoming year that I feel is worth mentioning are the Signature Innovative Learning Experience, or SILEX, and Job Skills of the Future. And these two initiatives are intended to help differentiate our graduates and create an employment advantage for our students as they enter into the workforce. The first one I'd like to talk about is our Signature Innovative Learning Experience, or SILEX. This program or initiative is intended to ensure that all students participate in at least one experiential learning opportunity. In the case of the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees, there may be opportunities for students to engage in multiple signature innovative learning experiences, but the college across all programs has ensured or wants to ensure that all students, by the time they graduate, at least have one opportunity to have this experience throughout their program. And the innovative learning experience that we will be engaging in with our students in the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees is applied research. And this is going to be accomplished through our capstone client project that all students will take part in the last semester or semester 8 of their degree. This will give students an opportunity to take all of the knowledge that they've learned and the work experience that they will have gained through their co-op work term and apply that to a real live client problem, issue, or challenge that clients bring to us, or we work with clients on trying to help them solve. So this is really an opportunity for students not only to take what they've learned and put it into practice, but to gain additional experience through working on a real live business problem that a client is currently having. And we feel that that's going to be an excellent initiative for all students to be engaged in just prior to graduation and entering into the workforce. The second initiative is Job Skills of the Future. And one of the things that Fanshawe College wants to ensure is that students not only have the job skills that are required for today's workforce, but also looking ahead, what are the job skills that employers and society as a whole is going to be looking for in our workforce moving forward. So Fanshawe College identified 7 job skills, and this came through a lot of research and was in part driven by a paper that was produced by RBC around job skills of the future. And we selected 7 job skills that Fanshawe College felt was really important for the graduates that we're producing every year. And each program is going to be emphasizing 3 of these skills that was felt by that program and that faculty team really is critical to the success of graduates in that program. And we had the opportunity to bring these job skills to each of our faculty teams across all 4 of our Bachelor of Commerce degrees, and there were 3 that rose to the top in each of the 4 degrees. And the 3 job skills that we will be focusing on in the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees are social intelligence, novel and adaptive thinking, and complex problem solving. And our goal in the Bachelor of Commerce degrees is to ensure that those job skills are woven throughout the program, and that students can not only develop those job skills, but also that students are able to demonstrate and articulate where and how they improved and developed those skills as they work through the program. So, what does this all cost? And I often get questions, obviously, about the cost of our degrees. Our tuition fees for the degrees are each semester are $3,245, and that's for the upcoming academic year. In addition, there are fees, incidental student fees, and things that will total about $4,000 per semester. In the earlier semesters, it's just under $4,000, and as students, move throughout the degree, it will be a little bit more expensive in the later years, but about $4,200 to $4,300 in the later years. That does not include the cost for books, which are over and above that, but all of the fees that are associated with the degree. Some of our students want to continue their education after completing their Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees, and we have created a number of different pathways that are available for our students to continue their studies at a graduate level or towards a professional designation. And this is a snapshot of some of the schools that we have pathways developed for our students to continue to do either a master's degree, teacher's college, or law school. So last thing I wanted to talk about is opportunities that we have for our students to go on exchange and study abroad in another country. And essentially what this entails is students being able to complete a semester at one of our partner institutions and transfer those credits back to Fanshawe College as part of their Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree. So this is just a few images of some of the students that have studied abroad in a number of different countries. And you know, not only is it a great learning experience for our students, but it's also a great cultural experience where they get immersed in the culture of the country that they're in and learn a lot from that experience overall. And again, just some additional photos and you know, as you can see, some real remarkable experiences around the world that some of our students have had the opportunity to experience and you know, be part of as they've studied abroad. So who would be eligible to go on exchange? So first of all, any of our full-time students, whether they're domestic students or international students that are registered full-time in the Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree, are eligible to take part in an exchange or a study semester abroad. They do have to be in good academic standing, so that means that they have to have a grade point average of 3.0 or above. We want to ensure that any student that is taking part in an exchange has a good academic foundation under them prior to studying abroad. So students can go on exchange in the fall or winter semester, and this is something that is eligible to all 4 degrees or all 4 programs, accounting, human resource management, marketing, and the management degree. Generally, what we recommend is that students go on exchange in their second year, so either level 3 or 4 are the ideal levels for students to take part in an international exchange. The reason for that is that they're still taking what I would call our foundational business courses that are a little easier for us to find transfer equivalents or courses for them to take at the other institution that they're at that will transfer back, so that it becomes a nice, easy transition from the courses that they've taken there back to Fanshawe College and transfer into the degree. The other thing is that we want to ensure that they have at least 1 year under their belt so that they're in good academic standing and are showing success within the degree prior to going on an international exchange. One of the great things about our exchange program is there are scholarships available for students who are going on exchange. So essentially, students pay their Fanshawe College fees, so there's no additional fees to take part in an exchange, but then students are responsible for their travel, accommodations, and discretionary spending that they need to have while they're on exchange. To offset this, we offer scholarships for students to go on exchange, and our students are eligible for their initial exchange of $2,500 Canadian. And if they do take part in a second exchange, they're also eligible for a scholarship that's valued at half the original scholarship that they would have received, so at $1,250 for a second semester. So far to date, all of our students have been successful in getting that scholarship when they go on exchange in the degrees. And as a result, some of the costs, whether it be flights, some health insurance, which they do have to buy when they travel internationally, and possibly even a couple of months' rent could be covered through that scholarship. The other thing I should note is that most of our post-secondary institutions that we partner with don't have textbooks costs that students would have to incur. So traditionally, students have a number of books that they would have to buy for their courses at Fanshawe College. That semester, when they travel abroad and go on exchange, they wouldn't have those costs. So it does represent a bit of a cost savings for them in addition to the scholarship that they would receive by going on exchange. So Fanshawe College does have amazing partnerships with 19 schools in 9 different countries that students are eligible to go on exchange on. And this is a snapshot of the schools that we have partnerships with, along with the countries' flags along the right-hand side of the screen. So whether students want to go to France, Germany, Ireland, Switzerland, Spain, a number of different opportunities that students have to study abroad, generally at universities in those countries, and our students have had some remarkable experience, and it's something that I strongly encourage any of our students that are taking the Bachelor of Commerce degrees to take part in, because not only do they have the opportunity to study abroad, they learn business at another institution, which gives them a different perspective when they come back, but the life experience that they gain from traveling and seeing a different part of the world is really remarkable. So I wanted to wrap up this session by thanking you and leaving you with my contact information. Once again, my name is Darren Johnson, and I coordinate our Honors Bachelor of Commerce degrees, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have regarding any aspect of the presentation or about the degrees in general. Probably the best way to reach me is by email at dajohnson@fanshawe.ca. Also, be sure you could follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well, and find some interesting updates on Fanshawe College and the Kinlan School of Business. Thanks again for joining us for the presentation today.